Hello and welcome to CryptoExposed. Is HBAR the Ethereum killer? So I've just been thinking about this lately, and you probably saw this in a video I did not so long ago about HBAR, that it's quite clear that HBAR and Ethereum they're basically in competition with each other, right? HBAR, or Hedera, if you ask me, are looking to try and take Ethereum's spot. They are. And I want to say this. I think it's completely possible. And I want to explain why. Okay? Now, before I do get started in this, I just want to make this clear. Just because I think it's possible doesn't mean, one, it's going to happen, or two, doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight, right? But I'll tell you why I'm very confident that it will happen. Right. Let's get into the realistic aspect of HBAR and Ethereum. Okay. What positives does Ethereum have over HBAR? There's two things that I can think of in my head. Okay. One, early adopter advantage. Okay, so Ethereum was the first of its kind to be a platform that had smart contract technology, right? So a lot of developers have wanted to build upon Ethereum because it's been around for longer. It's more trusted. It's more proven. Okay, so that's the one thing. The second thing is, and this one isn't really one that you can really be too comfortable with, but it's the fact that they have a certain level of legal clarity. And what I mean by that is, when Bill Hinman did his speech, he mentioned Ethereum and Bitcoin. It wasn't just Bitcoin. Ethereum was mentioned in there too. And so it's always seemed that Ethereum have a certain level of security here, like that they're okay with the SEC. But if we look at how Gary Gensler is now being, he doesn't really agree with that, right? He's refused to actually acknowledge that Ethereum isn't a security. So if Gary Gensler has it his way, maybe Ethereum actually are due to be sued at some point soon. And the thing with this is that Ethereum actually did do an ICO. Okay? That is actually true. So if they were to be sued, it would actually be somewhat justified. Now look, I'm not here to slam Ethereum because I'm not against Ethereum in any way. I'm just stating facts here. Like, I'm just being completely open and honest. That's all I'm doing. I'm not saying that I want Ethereum to go down or anything like that, because it's a cryptocurrency and I support cryptos as a whole. So I have actually used Ethereum. So I'm not here to be like trying to be tribal in any way. This is me just laying out simple facts and giving you an answer. Okay? So, if we now look at what HBAR has over Ethereum, well, it's faster, okay? It's cheaper, yeah? It's pretty much carbon neutral. Like, look at all these benefits that HBAR has over Ethereum. It has a huge governing council with, I think it's 26 members, who are huge companies or all trying to help Hedera's future. Right? There's big players involved in Hedera. So, if we look at this long term, where do we think this is going to end up? Like, yes, we can look at it right now and you might be thinking, well, look how big Ethereum is. Yeah, it is big right now. But it was one of the first cryptocurrencies ever created. It's the same way how Bitcoin right now is the top cryptocurrency, because it's the very first one of its kind. But as things develop, that's when you start to see that other cryptocurrencies come and take over, because they serve better purposes and they're just better technology. Right? Look at it like this. Let's just say Bitcoin wasn't the very first crypto that came out. Let's say that there was like 10 cryptocurrencies that were out all at the same time. Yeah? Let's just say the top 10 cryptocurrencies that are currently out right now. Let's say they all came out at the same time. Do you really think Bitcoin and Ethereum would be the coins that have the biggest market cap. Bitcoin serves no purpose, right? Ethereum, well, yes, it is great in terms of the technology it can do. It's slow. It's very slow. And the fees are ridiculous. And they fluctuate during the day. So it can literally change from 1 hour to the next in terms of what you're paying. And it's not cheap. So why do you think they would choose Ethereum if it was out at the same time? The point is that at the time there was nothing like this technology to compete with it. So of course people went to Ethereum because it was the first of its kind at the time. And that's all it has as an advantage. That's it. So if we look at it long term, as the crypto space gets regulatory clarity, regulations coming through, and there's a safer space in the crypto industry, where do you think people are then going to start to look at investing? They're going to look for the better options, right? And that's where I see Hedera will just outshine Ethereum all day. I've said this numerous times, but I keep saying it so people get this idea. Just look at it in terms of anything like mobile phones, laptops, computers. You wouldn't go and have whatever the very first computer was or the very first mobile phone was. You don't still use that today, right? There's a progression. If you look at the Nokia phone, is Nokia still really around anymore? No. Because better companies have come along with better technology and improved on it. Will there be a better phone in the future that takes over Apple? Very possible. Very possible. That's what happens, yeah? New things come in with better technology and they take over. That's just the way the world works. So I think it's very possible for Hedera to take over Ethereum. And I'll be honest with you, I personally think it's inevitable. Because Ethereum doesn't have a lot to make people want to continue to use it in terms of how long it can take and the fees. The fees alone is enough to put people off. Why would people want to choose a more expensive option when there's a faster and cheaper option right there available? And then we look at all the partnerships that Hedera has. The people that want to work with Hedera. I can only see positive things long term for Hedera, and I can't see how they wouldn't overtake Ethereum in the end. I just don't see it. So, just thought I'd get this out here so you guys could hear this. Like, I think it's a big argument that people are having, and a lot of people who are Ethereum holders are just holding on to the fact that, like, well, look at Ethereum's market cap and look at how many people are working with Ethereum at the moment, like developing on Ethereum. Yeah, I get that, just because it's the safer option right now. And it's just what the people are used to. Like, it's one of the very first cryptos that came out. So yeah, I understand that. That doesn't mean that's going to last forever. That novelty will wear off. But as I say, I don't think this is going to be something that happens overnight. I'm not going to say that this is going to happen by next year. Like, this could take a long time for it to eventually overcome. But long term, I think I see Hedera shining over Ethereum. That's my personal opinion. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you think Hedera will have the longer term advantage and take over Ethereum? Or do you think Ethereum is actually the better cryptocurrency and will be the one that actually beats Hedera over the long term? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'd be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.